I mean, credit has to go to the players. Anytime we do something well, those are the guys that execute it. But yeah, I think our guys do a good job when they get on the bus to leave the building. You know, they do a good job of being focused on what we're trying to get done. It's a business-like atmosphere, but we really want to encourage them that, you know, they're going to go in all kinds of different environments. And, you know, the game is still played on the field, and you got to really be focused on what you're trying to get accomplished. So we've had good leadership, good maturity, and I think our guys have done a good job of embracing those thoughts. And most of all, like going out and compete, and most of them come pretty hard.
How did you come out injury-wise?
You know, I guess the good news is, no, they brought George in for an X-ray and it was negative, so he's got a sprain, and I'm sure we'll have a couple of those reported here as we go along. But yeah, we'll see it. Take it day by day.
Is it an ankle or?
George, he's got a foot, so we'll see what it looks like.
How important or nice was it to get off to that fast start?
On the road, that's really important. I think it's important at home too. I don't mind it at home, but when you're on the road, you want to try to get the crowd out of it if you can. And, you know, just being ready to play is an important thing. It sounds pretty basic and pretty simple, but I think, you know, that's what the week's preparation shows you, and the maturity of the team. Hopefully, they can come in focused, and home or away, it doesn't really matter. But it was good to get off to a good start, and then the guys, I think, built off of that as we were going along.
We'll be back next week.
We'll see. He was feeling a lot better Thursday, Friday, so that's encouraging. Nothing to be doing today and tomorrow, so we'll play it day by day, hopefully.
Your 1-2 combination at running back, along with the offensive line, just seemed to be really in sync, maybe as good as it's been in a few years. I mean, is it something you saw coming, you know, through repetitions of practice, or was it just the way they played together?
Well, it's kind of like the run defense. I mean, we're working on it every day and all season long. I mean, it's not like we just started emphasizing it, but you know, cohesion's a big thing. I mentioned that last week with the offensive line, having cohesion up there, and you got to give Keegan Render credit. Jumped in there and did a nice job today, and Ike slid back out to the tackle spot. So having some guys with versatility helps. The backs are really running well, both those guys. You know, I think, you know, stating the obvious here, but LaShawn's playing his best football since he's been here, and he's played good football for us, and that's all season long. He's been doing that. And I'd say the same thing about Akram. You know, when he gets over 190, I'm going to give him a hug and smile and say really nice things about him. When he gets over 190, I'll be singing his praises, but he's not there yet. But he's doing a good job, playing well.
You had to go back to your first unit. Was that just you weren't happy with the second unit?
Well, yeah, I mean, it seemed like a land speed record for a touchdown. I don't think it was, but or drive, you know. I mean, that was, you couldn't do it much quicker. So, you know, a lot of things today to learn from. Penalty situation, we still have to do a better job there. Way too many of those starting in the second quarter. And then the good thing for some of our backup guys is, you know, they're in practice, they're working just like everybody else, but learning the tempo of the game. You can't do that until you get out on the game field. So they all got educated today. It was education day for a lot of our guys, and hopefully they'll push forward. You know, I'm skipping over a guy made a really nice effort today, Noah Fant with that touchdown catch there. You know, it was a really, I think that's his first touchdown catch. I'm guessing that was his first catch, you know, varsity game. So that was a good sign. That's, you know, guys need to get an idea what the tempo is, and you know, got a little dicey there.
Do you feel
Purdue wasn't going away? I mean, those guys were playing.
Another question on the O-line? Boone Myers hobbled off at some point. Is that something that you're worried about? And then Levi Paulson, obviously, was a new face in there for us. So
Yeah,
those two guys.
you know, I 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, I wouldn't say anything about Levi. I would have mentioned he'd be the next guy in, but yeah, he's just quietly ascending in practice. Really pleased with what we're seeing. He's working hard, and I'll be curious to see what he did today on the film. But he's been doing a good job, gaining momentum there, and you know, hopefully at Boone, it's you know, it is a sprain, so hopefully he'll be back this week.
Does the yardage, the Purdue game through the air in the second half, is that something you sweat? When it was mostly your second team?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're never happy about it. Certainly, I'd be more happy if they run the ball instead. That would make me really unhappy. And I think we're gaining ground there. To me, again, that's just personal preference, but to be a good defensive team, you got to be able to stop the run. So we did a little better job there again. That's 2 weeks in a row we've done a good job. I think we're starting to understand the intensity you have to play the run. We're hardly the finished product, but at least we're moving in the right direction, and yeah, it's encouraging. Passing yards, I mean, I'm not happy about that at all. I think none of us are, but hopefully we can correct some things and coach some of that up.
The second week in a row, you guys kind of run a running play, a spread formation, Akron takes it all away. Is that a trend? Is that something that he can do? You
Believe it or not, we do game plan a little bit and try to, you know. I was in a passing situation, and possibly, you know, I was first down there, but, you know, whatever, how many seconds were left on the clock. Yeah, we're gonna try to mix that stuff in, and the question is, when can you call them, when's a good time, and, Akram certainly did a great job with the run finish, and that's a play with Jay Schiller, really made a nice block, and, you know, gave him a chance to make it a big play instead of just a nice game.
Would you classify yourself as being very confident this team was going in the right direction before today?
You know, you'd have a really hard time to get me to say I was very confident about anything. And I mean, just about any season. I'm not trying to be smart, but it just, I'm a coach, okay? So I'm always looking at everything. The glass is half full. When I look at it, you know, when I talk to the players, the glass is usually more than half full. But you know, I mean, that's our job, is looking at all the flaws, the weaknesses, things that we have to try to improve upon. And that list has been long, no matter what year it was. I mean, just so. You're never out of the woods. You know, at least I think maybe we can see the path out right now, but you're never out of the woods. And that's what this whole thing's about to me, is, you know, how you're racing against the clock. We got, you know, whatever it is, 5 games left right now, 6 weeks to play 5 games. So, you know, how much can you move the needle forward? You know, I think at least this last 2 weeks we've done that, which I'm happy about.
You called timeout to argue with the officials. It looked like over another chop block. Is there something still not consistent there with how it's called, or was it?
No, okay, on that one, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've never seen that call in that situation, but I've never seen anybody, they're in the defense, it was a little bit unusual for that situation, so when it was explained to me by our guys, I could see why it happened, and I did apologize to those guys later on,
Okay.
like, you know, hey, you guys got that right. And it was a chop block, not a cut.
Okay.
The cuts are the ones that got me upset, not the chops. And the one we had last week was legit too, that was a good call by the officials.
This how you balanced using Daniels and Wadley. It seemed, I mean, from afar, it seems like it's going about as well as you could hope
Yeah,
for.
we're just kind of playing it by ear more. I mean, it's not like a scientific approach, or, you know, but it's just they really complement each other. And there's certainly enough work for both guys. You know, I think it's like a lot of things. We're rotating 3 guys, the defensive tackles, 3 guys at defensive end. And it really allows the guys to play fresher and I think faster if you can do that. So without losing a lot, and I don't think we lose anything with either back.
And late in the game, when you had your second team starters or second team players on defense, you kept Bo in. Was that just to provide leadership, or did you want more work there? I mean, what was...
No, we don't want more work necessarily, but just, you know, making all the pieces fit, so, or at least somebody could kind of have command of things and be confident we're gonna get the right calls. Sure didn't look like it, but that was the purpose behind it.
You talk about getting this team in the right direction. If you had a team where sometimes things look good this way and then they look different this way, just there's some inconsistencies here, and I'm sure they're driving you crazy.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I'm being driven crazy, but it's just, you know, that's, to me, I mean, every season we've had, it's, that's what makes all this so interesting, is you just never know what's gonna happen week to week, and what a team's gonna do, how they're gonna respond, and part of it you can kind of see, but the other part you never know what the injuries are going to be, what challenges you're going to face. And every week seems to have its own set of circumstances that are interesting. So, you know, just you know, you just try to make those adjustments and how people respond, how teams respond. I mean, none of us, stating the obvious here, but none of us were feeling too good a couple weeks ago. You know, after that loss, and you know, you go through that, and then you go back to work the next day and try to find solutions, and that's the whole key. And you know, we're going to see plenty of things today that are going to need to be addressed and we have to do better at. And we got to move fast. We've got another game coming up, another tough game. But that's what makes all this interesting. I think is it's really hard to predict, at least you know, in most cases.